Okay, so that pretty much just brought us across the entire area just to get to that box. When we do that, that'll open that treasure chest, and we can find a very, very useful item. No, I got tossed the wrong way. Oh, I made it anyway. We get the Holy Grail. That's right. Monty Python's entire movie, shortened into 20 minutes. Oh, come on. Holy Grail is useful. We can warp. I will do that. In a bit. I've got one last thing to do down here first. Or a couple last things. That's missing a few letters. Something about a guild? Where can I find one of those? Right here! I'm not going to buy it though, because it's pretty much just a waste of money, but I am going to buy a bunch of weights. I'm not going to buy the guild, because all it does is it lets you find hidden shops, and because I already know where the shops are, I'm not going to place that much emphasis on it. Aw, poor giants. But, and plus the hidden shops aren't even all that necessary. There's a couple in the game, but all they sell is basically extra ammo, so I'm not placing too much importance on that. Flood, wind, fire, and blood and fire. That's probably important. Oh look! 4 tablets that probably correspond to things, and an eye in the corner that'll whip us if we get it wrong. Not whip us, shock us with lightning. So flood is basically drawn out by a drop of water going into a circle. Wind is established by the Nike symbol 3 times, apparently. Fire is fire, in case you didn't realize that. And Blood of Fire is a first grader's beautiful drawing with red crayon. Doing that will activate a ladder over to the right that will let us go to a pedestal or a dais or whatever you want to call it. That will activate something completely different. So as you can see, there's a lot of puzzles that rely on placing weights in certain areas after activating certain puzzles that eventually leads into a long chain of events that will allow you to eventually achieve your goal. So when you see something, don't think how can I get this, but think what can I do with this. Money! I need money. I like money. Money is really important in this game because lots of things cost lots of money. In fact, later in the game there's actually a way to farm money. Would you believe that? By pushing this, this is a one-way door, which means we can go that way, but we can't come back. Whatever. Place a weight here, and bam! We've got a treasure chest. Treasure is nice, especially that treasure, because that treasure is a very specific treasure that lets us do a very specific thing. That being the Ankh Jewel. And now before I go back up to the surface, okay fine, I'll answer your... Alright, door, one-way doors, and the Ankh Jewels. Something bad will happen if you use them on the Ankhs, and that means a boss. And before I leave back up to the surface, I want to do one more thing, which is hopefully get another bit of money. Putting a weight here will show you a treasure chest, but you can only really get that treasure chest through a bit of fancy jumping. No, I messed it up. Dang it, I clipped onto the edge of the platform. Let's try one more time. I'm going to try one more time, and then I'm going to call it quits and get it later, because that's actually kind of a difficult chest to grab. I mean, it's useful if you want money, but... Oh no, I messed it up. There, I did it. The trick to getting it is that you have to jump upward after activating that so that you can move around in midair. Otherwise you can't get it. It's hard. But pressing F1 will bring you to the pause screen, where we can press the item button, which is V, to teleport back to the surface. It's extremely useful, and that's one of the aspects that I think this game does right. For example, let's say you're playing Metroid Prime, and you want to get from one area to another. You can't warp there, you have to walk through all the way, and it wastes a lot of time, and it's just boring. By the way, I bought the map reader. Now Lameza can look at things. And 20 weights is enough. And you know, I should go heal up too. But... oh yeah, let's look at the map. I never got the map! Huh, I'm an idiot. Did I get the map? Oh wait, yes I did. I just didn't equip the map reader. Okay. There, that's what the map looks like. The surface is bigger than it looks like. Yeah, so you can't warp in some of these games, and so it wastes a lot of time walking from area to area. In La-Mulana, that is addressed in the form of the Holy Grail. You can warp to any save point that you've been to before, that you've scanned, basically. And when you do that, that is extremely useful in getting around because there's lots of things that cause you to have to go back and forth between areas. And bam, right, just like that, we're back in the Gate of Guidance. And you know what? I think I'm going to save. There are 15 save slots in all, so that should be enough, unless you need more than 15 different files of this game. Oh yeah, I never read this, did I? What does it say? 3 lights to the heavens. I don't have lights and I don't know where the heavens are. So that's a puzzle we won't be able to do for a little while. But now that I have the Ankh Jewel, and I've activated the Ankh using some dazes a little while ago, I think I'm ready to take on the boss of the Gate of Guidance. There's not really that much more we can do in here, aside from moving on to the next area. So I think before I move on to area number 2, I'm going to face the boss. Let's see what it is. And the Ankh Jewel is counted as a sub-weapon for some reason, but it can be used with C when you have it equipped. This is the Ankh. Are you ready for this? Oh look, there's a little picture on the wall. Looks like a 2-headed snake. I'm sure that has nothing to do with this boss. Oh god, it's a 2-headed snake! Yep, this is Amphisbaena, boss of the Gate of Guidance. Amphisbaena is based on a Greek mythological snake of the same name that had 2 heads, so it really doesn't have that much root in Greek mythology, but it's nice, I guess. Oh god. You really don't want to touch the snake itself, because I believe it does somewhere around 14 or 15 damage, and when you only have 64, that's a lot. So, if you need to get hit by the fire. If not, just stay away completely. And just whip its head. You want to whip the top portion of its head, not the lower portion. The bosses in La-Mulana are difficult. They have a lot of health, and hard mode just makes this harder by giving them more health, making them do more damage, and making them faster, using their attack patterns, you name it, hard mode does it. Ow! As you can see, I just got hit. And that did, yeah, about 16 damage, and there we go. So Amphisbaena turns into a skeleton, dies, an eye forms in the center of the room, and then flies up into space. Yay! We did it! Yeah, death animations are weird. Alright, there we go. That's Amphisbaena. Let's see, Zelpid, what do you have to say? Oh. That's not good. So, let's warp back up to the surface, because this is obviously really important. Oh god damn it, Zelpud. Bad curry. Sounds tasty. Yeah, archaeology isn't all that cracked up. Isn't all it's cracked up to be. For philosophers, I have no idea who they are. It's bat curry, dude. It's probably made from guano or something. Ugh. What do you want? Fine. Zelpud, I can forgive you for now, but please don't do that again. He can provide some useful advice after all. Just something I wanted to show really quick. I don't actually need to heal up, but if you scan the hot spring, something funny. Effects: recover health, rheumatism, and curry addiction. Seems like Zelpud's bathed in the hot spring a couple times too much. Alright, so now that we've beaten the boss of this area, I think it's time to move on to the second area of the game, which is downwards. And I really hope that you guys post comments on my first video saying whether you want me to play normal mode or hard mode, because hard mode is activated in Area 2. And so, which means I'm going to have to stop recording in a little bit in order to post the first video, get feedback, and then I'll be able to record again in the mode that you guys choose. So hopefully you pick something. Let's see. I do appreciate you guys leaving comments, though. It shows me that you're actively involved in my videos, and I do appreciate it. So thank you. Hiya! Stupid exploding pigs. Oh, by the way, thought I'd mention, before we go into the Mausoleum of the Giants, La-Mulana has a number system. This is the number 2, right here. It's easy to remember because it looks kind of like a number 2, showing that this is the second area. Also, welcome to the Mausoleum of the Giants. This right here is a number 1, showing that that leads to the Gate of Guidance. Yeah. Die.